Your slice isn't your grip. It's this one move at the top. You've probably tried everything: stronger grip, different ball, aiming left. Nothing sticks. The ball still curves. The round still gets away from you. At this year's U.S. Open, a coach known for putting tour pros through some of the strangest-looking drills in professional golf just shared a new one. And the reason it works isn't complicated. It targets the exact movement that's been wrecking your drives for years. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what that movement is, and how one weird-looking drill can fix it for good. The over-the-top swing path is the single most common fault in amateur golf. Estimates put it at affecting more than 80% of recreational players. If your miss is a pull fade, or a full slice, this is almost certainly your problem. Here's what makes it so stubborn: it feels right. When the ball keeps going right, your instincts tell you to swing harder to the left to compensate. That makes it worse. Every time you try to steer it back, you reinforce the exact movement causing the miss. The fix isn't a new grip or a different ball position. It's a swing path correction, and it starts at the top of your backswing, not at the bottom. Most golfers never fix this because they're attacking the symptom: the club face, the grip, the aim line. Meanwhile, the root cause keeps firing on every single swing. The good news: this is a mechanical problem. Mechanical problems have mechanical solutions, and you can drill this one in your living room tonight. Let's start with what's actually going wrong. The over-the-top move happens when your upper body, your shoulders and arms, start the downswing before your lower body does. The club gets thrown outward, away from your body. It crosses the ball's target line from outside to inside. The result is a glancing blow that puts left to right spin on the ball. That's the slice. It feels powerful because your upper body is working hard, but that's the problem. Here's why it happens. For most weekend golfers, the dominant hand is the right hand. On the downswing, that right arm wants to take over. It fires early. It throws the club head outward, away from your trail hip, and cuts across the ball. Your body is trying to generate speed. It just picked the wrong moment. Here's the fix. The cure for an over-the-top move is teaching your body what it feels like when the right elbow drops into the correct position at the start of the downswing. When that right elbow falls toward your right hip pocket instead of leading away from your body, the club has no choice but to approach the ball from the inside. That's where the drill comes in. This one looks strange. You'll feel self-conscious doing it on the range, but tour pros who use it don't care because it works. Here's what you do. Grab any iron. A 7 or an 8 is ideal. Before your swing, tuck a head cover from one of your woods under your right armpit. Just hold it there. It shouldn't fall. Now make your normal backswing. The second you start the downswing, your only job is to keep that head cover pinned under your arm for the first 2 feet of the transition. That's it. If you throw the club over the top, right arm fires outward, the head cover falls immediately. You'll feel it. There's no ambiguity. But if your right elbow stays connected and drops toward your hip pocket first, that head cover stays put, and the club will naturally slot into the inside path you've been chasing. That's the drill. That's the weird thing you'll see players doing at a major practice tee. A head cover tucked under the armpit, half-speed rehearsals, completely locked in on that one transition moment. Do this deliberately. Start with slow-motion rehearsals. No ball, half-speed swing, feeling the right elbow stay connected, head cover staying put. 10 of these before you ever hit a shot. Then move to full swings with the head cover in place. Hit 20 balls in a session focused entirely on this one feeling. Don't watch the ball flight obsessively. Watch your arm. Feel the difference between a swing where the head cover falls and one where it stays. But here's what most people get wrong. The first mistake is rushing the transition. When you start down, you're trying to generate power. The harder you try, the more your dominant arm takes over. Slow the transition down intentionally. Think of a half-second pause at the top before you start down. That moment gives your lower body time to lead. The second mistake is clamping the right arm against your side all the way through impact. Staying connected in the transition doesn't mean staying pinched through the whole swing. Once you're past the transition, let the right arm extend naturally. Connection is about the first move down, not a full swing straitjacket. Now let's talk about taking this to the course. On the range, you have time to think. On the course, you don't. Run a full mechanical checklist mid-round and you'll tighten up and make it worse. Simplify it to one thought, one swing key. Your cue is this: right elbow to the hip pocket. That's it. Stand over the ball, one thought, right elbow to the hip pocket on the way down. Not the grip, not the club face, not the follow-through. One thought, let the rest happen. On a tough driving hole, especially after a bad tee shot, take one practice swing with that cue. Feel it, then step in and trust it. Give it 2 weeks of range work before you judge it. 10 to 20 balls per session, all with a head cover drill, all focused on the transition. You'll start seeing the ball curve less. The pull fades turn into straight shots turn into draws, and a draw carries further than a slice every single time. Let's recap. 1. The over-the-top swing path is the root cause of your slice, not your grip, not your club face. The fix starts at the top of your backswing in the transition. 2. The head cover drill trains the correct feeling directly. If the head cover stays under your arm, your elbow is in the slot. If it falls, you've gone over the top. No guessing, no ambiguity. 3. On the course, 1 cue, right elbow to the hip pocket. 1 thought, commit and let the swing happen. Give yourself 2 weeks with this, and you will feel a difference. Not just on the range, on the scorecard. Fewer penalty strokes, more fairways, more greens in regulation. The game gets more fun when the ball goes where you're pointing. If you want to speed this process up, the best training aid I've found for this exact drill is the Lag Shot 7-iron. It's a weighted, flexible shaft club that makes it physically impossible to rush the transition. Your body has to sequence correctly, or the shaft kicks out, and you feel it instantly. I've linked it in the description below. It's the most effective home practice tool I've come across for golfers working on this specific fault. Lag Shot 7-iron swing trainer. https://www. Amazon.com/dp/b0br4zqtz5. Tag equals CMS 2002600-20. Subscribe for a new tip every week. Next up, why most weekend golfers 3-putt far more than they have to, and the one practice routine that tightens it up in 2 sessions. You'll want to catch that one. What's your typical miss? Slice, pull, or something else entirely? Drop it in the comments, and I'll make sure the next drill targets what you're actually dealing with out there. And save this video so you have the drill when you get to the range. It's easy to forget the setup detail when you're standing there with a club in your hand.